new season of Voyage TV. Tonight we're going to be talking to Olivia, who's just returned from South America. And also, during the break while we're off air, we also recorded a very good interview with Benjamin Silos from Aqua Expeditions, who run a really nice small cruise line in Peru and in Asia. So we'll cut to that interview a little bit later. But Olivia van Leerop, welcome back.
Thank you.
You've been married and now...
Yeah, Olivia Maguire now, not Olivia van Leerop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get it right?
Olivia Maguire, that's much easier to say.
Yeah.
So you've been honeymooning in South America.
Yes, I have.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, well, we thought we wanted to do something adventurous. You know, we thought we can go and lie on a tropical beach somewhere anytime. So, yeah.
So whereabouts? South America's a big continent. You didn't just do the whole thing, so
Not quite,
where did you go?
So we did Peru and we did Bolivia just a little bit, and we managed to sneak in a little bit of Chile because we had, on the way over there, we had a 6-hour overlay in Santiago. So we dashed into the city and then dashed back. It was quite stressful, but well worth it. And then on the way back, the 12-hour overlay, we managed to get a driver to take us out to a massive vineyard, Concha y Toro, which is the biggest export of red wine in Chile. So I went there, and then we went to Barago, which is number 42 restaurant in the world. So I think one of the top in Chile. It was beautiful.
So you can mark Chile off on your
yeah,
map.
Exactly. We thought we may as well. We can tick that
Total of 18 hours, but that's fine.
Yeah, we
I've
did
got some on my map. I've been for about 3 or 4 hours and stayed at the airport.
Oh, you still say it, still claim it.
So in Peru, how far did you get? Did you get right to Machu Picchu?
Yeah, we did. So we started in Cusco, which was a beautiful town. We loved that. But just very, very slowly exploring the town because of the altitude, getting used to that. So, you know, we got up in the morning and we started racing around, and then straight away I just said, oh no, we need to completely slow down because we were puffing and feeling exhausted. Yeah, it's amazing. So we both felt well, just really out of breath and quite tired. So, but that was just a beautiful place to explore, try all the local foods, which were interesting. Mm-hmm. So one of the classics is guinea pig over there.
And what's that like?
Well, Dan ate one. I had a little tiny try. It was there wasn't a lot of meat and lots of little bones. And they serve it whole on the plate. So it comes out with this little head and its little teeth and stuff. And then they take it away and they take the head off, but it's still got its little claws. So he's trying to eat a little drumstick and there's this little claw on the end. It's hideous.
So Machu Picchu, was that a big trekking expedition, or how to get
Yeah, so we didn't do the Inca Trail. The Inca Trail is very much focused on culture. So as you're hiking along, you come across beautiful ruins, and that would be amazing. But we chose the Salcantay, and that's more focused on nature. And it was incredible. So we started off around amazing snowy mountains, and the first night we camped in -10-degree temperatures.
That's chilly.
It was freezing. But beautiful, as you can imagine. And you're looking up at mountains that are 6,000 metres high. It's incredible. Just the scale of it is unbelievable. And then by the third day, we were hiking into rainforest, and it was hot, like really hot. So the temperature just varies, you know, hugely from day to night. But that was beautiful. And then we were meant to be hiking on the 4th day. We hike into Aguas Calientes, but the tour group gave us the choice of either continuing to hike or driving to go ziplining on the longest zip line in South America. And by that stage, we'd hiked 60 Ks in 3 days, or maybe it was 50. And our legs were tired, and he really sold it to us. He was like, you know, we could continue hiking on the same tour. No, exactly. He's probably done this a million times. He wants to go ziplining. So we did that, which was awesome. Really, really fun.
So were you with a small group or just on your own?
There was, I think, 8 in the group, plus the porters, the chef, the guides. Yeah.
So you didn't have to do anything?
No, we just had to walk.
Just had to walk.
We just had to walk. And then we would get to our little campsite, and that would all be set up with our tents. Dinner would be cooking. Yeah, it was really easy, yeah. And the guide was amazing, just full of knowledge wherever we went. He'd be telling us about the different plant life and the flowers and, you know, the history of where we were, so yeah.
So, now Machu
really
Picchu,
cool.
which is
Picchu.
sort of the target
the
for many people.
Yeah.
Was it as good as you imagined it'll be?
Machu Picchu, yeah, it was incredible, just the highlights. So you arrive and it's just like stepping back in time into this incredible piece of history.
So when you say you arrive, you don't just literally get off a bus, do you? You have to do a bit of walking to get there.
Well, no, on the Salcantay Trail, you end up in Aguas Calientes, which is the village below Machu Picchu. So we stayed a night there and then we bussed up. But the Inca Trail, they walk in.
Mm-hmm.
So we bussed up and then did a little bit of walking up there, and then you arrive and it's there. It's amazing, exactly as it looks in the pictures. It's just...
So you had nice clear weather up there?
Yeah, we were really lucky actually. And even the bus up to Machu Picchu is amazing. Just the mountains, again, the magnitude of them is just incredible.
It's incredible
really
to think
beautiful.
that they built all that before they had power tools.
Yeah, and they can take you through the city and show you this is where the king's house was and this is where the doctor was, and you can see there's like a big mortar and pestle in this rock where he used to make his, medicines and things. So it's quite amazing, the history and the information you get as you walk through. Yeah.
So obviously you would recommend Peru and South America as
absolutely.
a holiday destination, but also as a honeymoon destination.
Yeah. The culture was really strong in Peru. So the women were in traditional dress, most of them. The younger women not as much, but the middle-aged to older women all in their big skirts that puffed out, looked like they had about 10 layers underneath, and their little top hats and beautiful colourful blankets wrapped around them. And so that was quite amazing, because there's not many places you can travel in the world where
You're not in Western gear now.
Yeah, they still hold that culture really strongly, so that was cool to see.
So that trip in Peru was through Chimu Adventures, is that right?
Yes, and they were just amazing. I've never had a holiday where you are looked after the whole way, and it makes it so easy. So we arrived at the airport and there was somebody waiting there with a little sign for us, and we hop in the taxi, and so welcoming and so lovely and full with information. They just want to tell you all about that town and their country and how many different kinds of potatoes there are and how many different types of corn there are. And that was a real treat. And when we were in Cusco, our guide there, he was just there whenever we needed him, giving us amazing restaurant recommendations. And we even went to one restaurant and they gave us a free dessert at the end. And we saw the guide afterwards and we said, "Was that you?" Because he knew we were going there. And he said, "Oh yeah, I knew the guy there," and I gave him a call. So, we were just so looked after everywhere
Little
we
bonuses.
went. Yeah, really, really nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we might hear more about your adventures later in the series.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we need to catch up with our interview with Benjamin Cielos, and by coincidence, they have a river cruise that is in Peru. So we'll now hear from Benjamin. We're joined now by Benjamin Cielos from Aqua Expeditions. Welcome, Benjamin.
Hi, thank you so much.
Welcome to New Zealand.
Thank you so much.
Is it your first visit?
Lovely to be here, first time to be here. I've never been so far away from home, so it's a lovely place to be.
You work for Aqua Expeditions.
Aqua Expeditions, correct.
So this is a young company.
Very young company.
Small cruise line.
Small cruise line.
And you're celebrating your 10th anniversary this year.
Last month,
So
yes.
give me a little bit of the history.
So we started 10 years ago. Our founder and CEO, Francesco Galizzuero, has
I need to stop you there.
Okay.
For the ladies in the audience, here's a bit of eye candy.
Yeah. So Aqua Expeditions, we started 10 years ago. So how it started is we are operating in Peru. We started in Peru, the Amazonas. Francesco was traveling through South America to find a unique destination to offer an African luxury safari, similar concept, but on the river, whereby the stretch of the Amazon in Peru is one of the untouched places still in the world. Great place to explore. And he wanted to offer a unique experience that offers all the luxury that a African safari also has to offer in terms of boutique hotel, but also have very well educated tour guides and all the safety standards to really have a full, lovely, beautiful experience.
When New Zealanders think about the Amazon, we probably always think of the very wide, vast river as it flows through Brazil.
Correct.
Peru is near the source, so
Yeah.
what's different in the
So the main
Peruvian area?
difference would be that actually we are operating our boat at the birthplace of the Amazon. It's a very small piece of the Amazon. The Amazon is very narrow there. Only small ships can go there. We are also operating in the Pacaya Samira Reserve, which is the largest natural reservoir in Peru, and it's a beautiful wildlife experience. Different than the Brazilian part. The Brazilian part, Amazonas, it's very broad. Also, big cruise ships go there.
Yes.
But we operate at the birthplace, so it's really a beautiful, stunning place, and it's still a very untouched, undiscovered place, part of this world.
Sounds amazing. And
It is
what
very
sort
indeed.
of wildlife would you come across on these
So
trips?
one of the wildlife highlights I would say are definitely pink dolphins.
Oh,
They're lovely. It's the only place on earth where you can find them. We do also lots of piranha catching, piranha fishing, which is a very fun activity, and I think for also New Zealand guests it might be a fun activity to do.
Do you eat them? The
No, we don't eat them. No, we don't eat them. But we catch them, we fish
Yeah.
them, and then we
But
put
they
them
will eat you
slowly
if
back.
you
Yeah.
catch them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but they are not very harmful, of course not. And you're gonna see lots of birds. You're gonna see a beautiful monkeys, Charlotte monkeys, tree sloths. It's a real. We always call it like a Disneyland, but the real thing.
Yeah.
You really get to explore the beautiful nature and flora, fauna, of course. And another very highlight would be the Black Lakes. So you're going to be cruising in the Amazon and the water is totally black, not because it's dirty, it's very clear, but there are lots of leaves on the ground, so it looks black, and it's another very big highlight.
Wow,
actually.
it sounds like it'd be quite eerie, almost a
Yeah.
little bit spooky.
Yeah, a little bit, but
Yeah.
again, it's a beautiful place to explore.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
yeah.
very unique.
So tell us a bit about the boat, because it was obviously the company's only 10 years old, so this
Right.
is a totally new concept, new build.
Yes.
How many passengers? How big?
So on the
What can I
Amazon,
expect
so
on
the
board?
Amazon, our boat is called Ari Amazon. It's a 16-cabin vessel. It's equipped for 32 passengers. We provide one-to-one staff to guest ratio, so it means 32 passengers. We provide 32 staff as well on board. They are
Amazing.
traveling as well on board. And as I said, it's a luxury boutique concept. So meaning that it's really about the human capital that we have on board. We have very highly trained and skilled staff that can provide a very comfortable and very personalized service. We do have a fantastic culinary team as well on board. We're working with one of the top chefs from South America, one of the most talented ones, Pedro Miguel Schiaffino, who has been voted top 50 restaurants in the world in 2014.
Wow.
He owns Malabar in Lima, very successful. So also the culinary is a very, very important aspect on board, which just highlights one more time the overall experience.
So with culinary experience, are you featuring local foods?
We're featuring local foods. So Pedro Miguel Schiaffino, obviously in his cuisine, he's using lots of Peruvian elements, which I think is in cuisine is coming up very nicely. Peruvian food, I think the most popular dish might be ceviche. And if you haven't had a chance yet to try it, please go and see whether in Auckland you have a Peruvian restaurant. It's a very fresh cuisine. He's also using lots of the ingredients from the Amazon, which are very unique, very rare.
Plants and things.
Plants,
from it,
seeds, seafood, but everything
Wow.
caught very sustainable.
Yeah.
So Pedro Miguel Schiaffino actually is also having his own farms in the Amazon,
Ah.
where he's working closely together with the farmers to make sure that whatever we do, it's sustainable, whatever we do is fresh, organic, so the quality is very, very high. And if you have obviously some preferences, if you still would like to have your spaghetti pasta or your simple dish sandwich, we are of course able to cater to you.
It's so great because that clean green image and that sustainability is just so important to people
Very
these
important,
days.
yes.
Yeah.
Very, very important. And I can highlight some of the projects in the Amazon maybe. We're working with the communities, local communities, but there are a couple of thousands of people living along the Amazon River. And we're working with the villagers together, mainly educating children the usage of healthy water, clean water.
Yeah.
We're also working with some projects where we're involved to protect some species from extinctions,
cool.
for example, as a turtle species also that we work with together to protect it.
Yeah.
And these are some of the highlights we do also in the Amazon.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you can be cruising along and knowing that you're
Absolutely.
doing something amazing for the environment as
Absolutely.
well. I love
Exactly,
it.
yes.
So the first half of our show has been largely taken up with South America, but Aqua Expeditions also have a lovely cruise in the Mekong. So we'll hear back about the Mekong and Aqua Expeditions after the break.
we've got the biggest crush on Graham Norton. So we flew all the way to his place so he could have a crush on us. Graham Norton's own Sauvignon Blanc. Southern Hemisphere grapes meet Northern Hemisphere fab.
And I hear that you have a Lululemon ambassador coming on board. It's
This
very
is on the
exciting.
Mekong, okay? So after the success on the Amazon, in 2014 we started to expand, or we expanded the company to the Mekong, Southeast Asia, where we operate our Aqua Mekong between Cambodia and Vietnam. Very successful. We chose the Mekong because the Mekong Delta itself is very rich in culture, very rich in human history. It's a different approach than the Amazon. The Amazon is all about wildlife. Versus the Mekong is all about rich thousands of years old of history that you can really still observe when you travel through the Mekong Delta. So it's quite a nice contrast, and it gives for many of our passengers that have been on board of the Amazon a reason to come to the Mekong as well. On the Mekong, yes, we will have a fantastic departure this year, a wellness themed departure. We will have a Lululemon ambassador on board. He is able to give you private yoga, private meditation. And obviously when you travel through Cambodia,
We've got a sail.
you have you pass by the lovely temples. Southeast Asia is already very, they already do lots of Tai Chi, meditation. So it kind of goes along very well to offer this type of experience. Alex Shahilin is one of Singapore's fitness gurus. He will give you private classes, one-to-one. And whatever it is, if you want to do some body stretching, if you want to do some meditation, yoga, very lovely. And this one is an added value, so meaning that we don't charge more for this type of departure. And it's part of our December highlights, I would say. Also what we have in December, maybe to highlight, also very good for ladies, is a photography themed departure. So we're going to have our Leica Academy instructor coming on board who will make sure that you're able to take the best pictures of your lifetime. And who already has been also on board, so he can tell you exactly before going out for excursions what to anchor, so you really can get the most out of it. So whoever is also in photography, you can bring your big camera on board. You will make sure that you will become an expert in taking the best pictures, and it's a huge difference.
That's
So how do the two boats compare, the Amazon one versus...
So the Mekong, the Aqua Mekong itself, it's obviously newer. It has been built in 2014. It has been also constructed locally in Vietnam, designed as well locally. It's bigger, it has got a bit more amenities than the Ari Amazon. The Aqua Mekong itself is definitely already a highlight. There are lots of features that are very unique. It's the most luxury vessel right now in the Mekong. We have balcony cabins as well, versus the Ari Amazon only has non-balcony. But on the Mekong we have also balcony cabins. They are the largest cabins also, 32 square meter, very comfortable. We offer also interconnecting suites. We put two suites together. You can travel on 64 square meters. It's also a very sustainable boat. It means that you can drink tap water on board. It's going through several filter systems. All the water, also black water, is treated on board, which is very sustainable and ecological friendly. We do have features that are very unique, such as private movie theater with Apple TV, where you can watch up to 200 movies. We serve your popcorn, some blankets also. We have an outdoor movie theater as well, great for families. We do have a spa as well, with a couple room massage, single room massage. We have a boutique on board, and lots of obviously great highlights as well. Food concept advice, we work with David Thompson together, the Australian celebrity chef, and his restaurant has been voted top 24th best restaurant in the world just recently from San Pellegrino. He's developing all the food concept on board.
So, as well as top cuisine, I can imagine if you're serving champagne on the Amazon, you must be doing some special drinks, bar service.
Absolutely, absolutely. So on the Mekong, our highlight, and we are very proud of this partnership, is our partnership with Proof & Co company. Proof & Co is a leading bar consulting company from Singapore. They also operate and are the masterminds behind Hong Kong 28, which has been voted #1 bar in Asia Pacific this year. Those are the same guys also operating our bar. So you have world-class bartenders on board. We have about 10 different types of gins. So I'm very sure you will find your favorite gin tonic on board as well.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And so while you're cruising up the Mekong and you've got this beautiful luxury, but then you're also passing villages that are very, very poor. And so there might be, there might be something going on with, of your conscience. So is there sustainability projects going on as well with the villages?
Yeah, we have. And looking on the history, especially of Cambodia, where Angelina Jolie now also is making a new movie
yeah.
about it, about the Khmer Rouge regime. There has been a very sad history in the past, and we are working with Rooms to Read together, a leading NGO from the States, to help to build up awareness of children education, especially in Cambodia. We would like to donate also, our goal is to achieve donations of $10,000 a year, because we would want to build up a library also in Cambodia. There's such a huge need for children in terms of educating the teachers, having enough materials, books, pens ready for the children. And we work very successfully together with Rooms to Read. We have guest support. They donate great money, and we really appreciate so much that they also would like to give something back to society. Sometimes also in our excursions we visit local schools. We will bring some books from Room to Read along to give to the children.
And you could bring your own as well if you,
Of course, if you want.
Yeah.
But you don't have to bring it, because we can also provide it on board.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that is very hard touching, I would say. The way how we cater the excursions on the Mekong is the same way, the same personalized way and unique way, because we have also these private skiffs that are unique, nobody else has them. And our tour guides have such a fantastic relationship with the locals, because they come from the Mekong Delta. They're highly skilled. They're highly skilled, so we receive comments that they are like a Google person in life, because anything you ask them, they just would know it. Google Life, and they're so proud about sharing also their story and where they're from and how this entire system is working. And so we really visit also villages where no other tourists are able to go. We visit floating villages, which are very interesting. In Cambodia, we visit local villages, local farmers, and you will not see any other tourists in there. So it's really you with the small little tour groups that are always kept very small, with a great tour guide, and it just gives you a very heart-touching moment, I would say. Yes.
Oh, it sounds beautiful.
So in the Mekong, what's the duration of the cruises?
The same. What we offer, 3, 4, 7 nights throughout the whole year. So there's, again, you can come any time of the year. There's not so much difference of a high or low season. We are ready and we cater the experience. We develop them in a way that any time of the year you can come and enjoy it. The only difference is that during high water season, between September and November, every year we're able to go up to Siem Reap. In Siem Reap in Cambodia, you have the famous Angkor Wat, which is a must-see for, I would say, 70-80% of the travelers going to this region. So you can build that in your itinerary. Our product is meant to complement existing packages. So meaning that whenever you do a 2 weeks holiday time in South America, Amazon, or in Southeast Asia, you always want to build in our product. But you want to keep it to the end of the trip, because it's definitely going to be the highlight.
It's so good.
Yeah. So you always want to keep the best a bit to the end, right? Yeah.
Now, one last thing I'd like to cover is you have a very strong relationship with Jean-Michel Cousteau.
That's correct, yeah.
Son of the very famous Jacques Cousteau.
That's correct,
As children, we watched Jacques Cousteau every Sunday night, and I think all of New Zealand did, because we only had one TV channel then.
Oh, I see.
So Jean-Michel's his son. What's the relationship with Aqua Expeditions?
So, first of all, we are very happy and proud to announce this type of partnership. Obviously, Jean-Michel Cousteau, first of all, he will come as a host on our cruises. So this year in September, you will have a chance to travel with Jean-Michel Cousteau on board from Siem Reap down to Ho Chi Minh City. And it gives people just a great, unique opportunity to get to know such a great person who has really spent so much time and put in so much efforts to explore the oceans, work on sustainable concepts, and educate the world in terms of these sophisticated systems, ecological systems. And we believe it goes very much well hand in hand to what also we believe in and what we do. We also want to explore, but we also want to be sustainable. So I think this cooperation is a very good one. We receive very, very good feedback from the press, from media, from our agents worldwide. The opportunity for our guests is obviously they travel with him, they get to know him. He will spend some evening times to discuss about his movies that he did, discuss about his work. And we think it's a great, for anybody who is into this, exploring and sustainable effect, it's a great chance to travel with Jean-Michel Cousteau.
He is one of the gurus.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Benjamin. It's been wonderful having you on the show, and we've learnt a lot, and I'm sure the viewers have. As is usual with Bon Voyage TV, we always have some special offers. We will take Benjamin aside shortly and see what we can get out of him, and I'll come back with those. But in the meantime, it's customary on Bon Voyage TV for you to walk away with one of our sponsors' lovely bottles of wine.
Oh, lovely.
And Vivo Wines
fantastic.
also sponsor Graham Norton's wine.
Oh, okay.
So
fantastic.
We're slightly famous. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on 10 years.
Okay,
And
thanks.
we look forward to seeing
Yeah.
Expeditions grow.
Well,
I understand
thank you.
there's some exciting things coming
Yeah,
up. So
and welcome to New Zealand, and everybody's more than happy, more than welcome also to join us.
we'll try.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
So as you heard, Benjamin's giving us a deal for his cruises, and here it is. Okay, Benjamin has given us a couple of great deals on his Mekong cruises. We've selected a couple that we really like, a photography cruise on the 8th of December or a wellness cruise on the 15th of December. These are 4-night cruises on the Mekong. We've put these together with airfares and accommodation, so it makes a 7-night fly cruise holiday. This includes return airfares with Singapore Airlines, private car transfers in Phnom Penh, 3 nights at the luxurious Sofitel Phnom Penh, and of course a 4-night Aqua Expeditions cruise on the Mekong, which of course is all your meals, beverages, that's food and wine, and special excursions every day. We've also got a Bon Voyage bonus on these departures, which is a stateroom upgrade on booking, a 60-minute massage per person, and $100 per person to spend on board. This is a 7-night fly cruise holiday, and the price is $9,995. There's also an option to take a 7-night cruise of the Mekong, which would make a 10-night fly cruise. For further details, check the website bonvoyage.co.nz or call us on 0800 Bon Voyage, which is 0800 266 869. Now, we've heard the deal from Aqua Expeditions. You probably don't want to go back to Peru. You may do, but...
I loved it. I would go back in a heartbeat.
or maybe the Mekong, but Olivia's been complaining because we didn't cover Bolivia. So
Yes.
next week we'll have Olivia in Bolivia to finish up your honeymoon. But if you want to know more details about Olivia's honeymoon, well, not all the details, but on our website, bonvoyage.co.nz, we've got some details of the Chimu Adventures tour that Olivia and Dan took in Peru, and that's available to you all. So have a look at that. But in the meantime, we're out of time. So thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time. In the meantime, bon voyage.
Bon voyage.